All right. Hey, I'm Henny, and I'll be running Prey 2017 today, and I have a great couch with me. You want to introduce yourselves?
Yeah. Hello, I am John Mumrick. I've been playing this game since release, though never running it properly.
Yeah, my name is Meta. This was actually my first ever speed game back in 2018, and since then I've run a lot of other FPS games. But this one, always true to my heart as my first one. So,
Right. Maybe one word beforehand. It's a super short run in general. If everything goes well, we should be done in about 10, 12 minutes maybe. And this game casually can be 20, 30 hours long, so it's like a super big difference. But you'll see how we do that during the run. And time starts once, I basically do this. So that's in 3, 2, 1, go.
all right. Okay, so yeah, this trick right here is super reset heavy. Okay, nice clip. Okay, so this is exactly what we're talking about. This is within the first 6-7 seconds of the run, and it can sometimes take 10 resets to get through. And we've already skipped, I think,
It's
10 minutes?
Yeah, 10 minutes maybe of a long intro cutscene sequence and just.
And you fly in a helicopter, and yeah, it's like a lot of stuff. It skips a lot.
We're gonna see that later during the glitch exhibition, maybe.
Yes.
But yeah, what you see me do here are so-called super slides, which have been only recently found, or well, not found actually, but routed into the game. And they're actually some kind of movement tech, which is super cool because this game didn't really have movement tech beforehand. So for such a cool small run, it's short run, it's super cool to have movement tech now as well.
Mm-hmm. And they could be put pretty much anywhere in the route, and the world record is extremely optimized in this regard. It's really cool to watch.
Shout out to Zoot for
Yep.
he's holding the record at the moment.
So coming up here is a really cool trick where he will place 2 of these glues close to each other and then fall off the first one and do a double climb and just clip through. And you have to have the game object detail level on medium, otherwise it won't work.
Just cause, yep.
Yeah, and here it's gonna do a second time.
We assume it's because the hitbox changes or something. Yeah. But yeah, I believe it works at medium detail or above, but not.
Yeah, it doesn't work at low. It's
it doesn't work at low.
Super strange. They actually changed the collision with that. Apparently, it's not only a visual setting. But yeah, so we made it past lobby. We just basically went the route that you normally would take. So this section is super short. If we maybe we can get a super slide there. Nice. It's like these super slides only save, I don't know, brief amounts of time. It's really short, and you have a lot of loading times in between, which if you grind this game, can actually be a bit annoying. But yeah, it's super fun if you just pull off all the tricks first try.
And that section used to be, I mean, it was pretty straightforward. You would literally just walk, but now it's actually a pretty complex section because those super slides are very much not easy.
Yeah, so
oh, that was a nice one.
Yeah, I mean, I had to fall down first, but
yeah,
that's fine.
So now it's going into an way no-grav zone, and when he goes close to that window, he enters the normal gravity for a second before going back to no-grav again. And during that time, when he flips over, he will clip through.
Yeah, this game's physics are just super borked. There are a lot of things you can do with it. We're gonna show some more stuff during the glitch exhibition in a bit. Now I hopefully won't get hit or stunned by this guy. That was kind of close. Okay, made it past. That's actually pretty scary because he can reduce your health as well as just stun you in place there. Luckily that didn't happen. Now we're using the conveyor belt here to gain some speed. If you look at the bottom right corner, you will see that there's a speed meter there, and we try to, normally you cannot go over 13 meters or 10 meters per second, but if we hit this conveyor belt, we actually hit 13 for a bit. And if we now time it right, we can basically always hit this once we get below 10 again, and that just makes us go a little bit faster in the section. If you have 1 or 2 donations, feel free to read them out now.
Well, I would like to take this time to remind everyone Then we also have limited prizes. So if you donate $5, you have a chance to win a Castle Dimitrescu art print or a Raccoon City art print. So what are you waiting for? Donate now!
All right, so we're now past Guts 1. There used to be a second, or like actually 3 Guts segments, but now we only have 2. Why you will see in a bit.
2, or technically 3 still.
Yeah,
One is,
technically yes.
one is
very short.
Significantly shorter now.
Yep.
And so we haven't actually made any progress through any of the missions so far, but we're quite a bit through the run, and you'll see why we haven't made progress through the missions in about a minute or so, because we're going to skip to a very large amount. You'll see.
So yeah, now comes the important part. We're gonna place a blob here and use this again to get out of bounds in this segment. And maybe you wanna explain, Jen, what's going on here now?
Yeah, so he is about to drop down into the void here and land on a bunch of small cards here. And this is actually the blueprint for one of the final quest items in the game. There are actually 3 of them here, and there are some like different choices you can make in the game. But we will go with the fastest one, which is the null transmitter or null weave transmitter plan. If you actually, there are 2 of those here, and if you pick the wrong one, this entire area will become no grav, and you will be attacked by a large typhon, which is the enemies here.
Yep.
So now he's just going to craft this item, and then he will proceed with finishing that final part of that route of the main quest.
Yeah, so by picking up that item that is just kind of sitting out of bounds, I believe we are now, what, 80, 90% technically progressed through the main storyline?
Yeah.
So it is a massive skip, and pretty funny.
Definitely. So let's craft that item now, and there's the prototype null wave transmitter. And once we create this, we will get to another trick.
You took out one of the materials.
Oh, rip. Wait.
Yeah, you just have to press place again, I
place
believe.
All right.
Yeah.
So you want to explain what's happening here briefly? We don't 100% know, but just the gist of it.
I think, okay, so this is potentially, maybe one of the glitches everyone wishes they had it in one of their runs. This is wrong warping. So don't know exactly why it works. It's something about states, but you zoom in on the button and then you interact with it once, I believe. Then we have a free scroll mouse here. We also have a macro, just in case you don't want to buy a free scroll mouse. But you
see, like, there are some
I don't
the
even
game.
know how to explain what's going. I can't keep up. But basically, we're gonna interact with it a bunch of times, and then you just spam it, and you get placed to like a default position.
Yeah, it has to do like there are states from going from one area to another area if you enter a door, and we kind of reset the from state, I think, and then the game doesn't know where to put us, so it puts us in a default position. That's our understanding from what I remember.
Yeah, and so that cut out one of the guts sections, which are like basically the slowest parts of the game. So very welcome strat indeed.
Yeah, and it was also a pretty decent run killer, since you had to fall down and hit the go back into no grav again at a very specific place, and then there was also a clip back in through one of these transition fields, which could be kind of hard to get.
Yeah.
Also, we avoided getting radiation poisoning here, which is very good, because that is a huge run killer as well. Those things that explode in our face give us radiation, and if you get radiated enough, you get radiation poisoning, which drains pretty much all of your stamina. Plus, you
walk around like a drunk.
Yeah.
A wobble just back and forth.
Unsober.
Okay, so now we're going back up to the Arboretum, and it's slow doing that inbounds, so we will just go out of bounds and use the anti-grav field that extends outside of the map and fly up. It skips a bunch of doors that are closed.
Okay,
This
one
is a
might
tricky.
be
I would say this is probably the
misplaced.
trickiest one.
You have to like place the blobs, the glue blobs, in exactly the right spot for this to work. So let's just try that again. Luckily, this game has quick saves as opposed to some other games.
Yeah, I guess we haven't talked much about the glue, but yeah, you use the glue to force yourself out of bounds when you're in like small areas. So you use one glue to like push yourself in towards the wall, I guess, and then another glue to pop yourself out of bounds.
It's kind of interesting, like when we saw the trailer back then for the game being released, we pretty much thought this would be the way we would get out of bounds, and yeah, it turned out that that's actually how we got out of bounds.
Exactly how, yep.
Super cool. There would be time, I think, for one more donation right now, or like something else to read out, obviously.
Perfect. We have a $15 donation by Geister Carl saying, "Greetings to Sweden. Great to see you in person, so to speak. Keep up the great runs and may the RNG be with you."
Thank you.
Time for one quick more?
Yes, go.
Okay. We have another $15 donation by Lahiro VIP. This donation is not a mimic.
Nice.
Good luck with the run, Henny, and may the chair gods be with you.
Thank you. I think it was decent. Like the chair wasn't too bad.
Better than me yesterday. That's so.
Okay, so now we're just like going into the absolute final part of the game. We're just going to run and meet up with your brother Alex and our robot alter ego June or
January.
January, February, something like that, yeah. I think there's multiple months in the game, so.
And we just have to do like one final choice to end the game.
Nice. That was cool, super slide. It doesn't really save much time, but it just looks super cool.
We did discuss if we wanted to go over any of the lore or anything like that, which is actually fantastic. This is one of my favorite games. But because we basically don't do any of the story until this very end bit here, and even then it's very minimal, we decided not to. But I highly recommend that you play this game casually. It is absolutely fantastic.
It's really fun.
Shoutouts to Arcane.
Also, I think one thing they really nailed with this game is the level design. It's
yes.
Also, if you really like the game in general, seeing more of it, there's another category called All Main Quests, which is super cool and just implements a lot more glitches and everything, and obviously the quests. You should check that out. Most likely, it's run by Lifelike.
Ooh, nice. That is not easy.
Now we just need to kill this dude, and that is time.
Nice. Great job. Good.
All right, so that was a pretty okay run, I would say.
Yeah, that's good.
Got like the tricks first try that I wanted to, or almost first try that I wanted to get first try. How are we doing with the glitch exhibition incentive? Was that
We
met?
actually made the glitch incentive.
Yes! Let's go!
So this means that Henny will showcase a few more glitches that didn't make it into the run.
That's awesome, because this game, as I said before, like has pretty borked physics and everything, and yeah, we'll see some of that. We need to first get past this cutscene though, which you cannot skip, unfortunately. It's only gonna take like a couple of moments though.
But it's and it is beautiful. What was that? What's say? I don't know.
This is the
Neurowave transmitter ending. There are a couple of different endings, and this is actually a pretty bopping song, but we have no time for that, unfortunately. So let's just skip this.
Yeah. A very unique Mick Gordon song. Not at all like anything else.
Also, there's a pretty twisted ending here, but we don't want to spoil people, so we're just gonna skip this. This also takes a while. So we can now go back to the menu.
No spoilies.
No spoilies, so you have to play the game yourself. And that's actually the fun part about the any percent run, that you really don't get much of the story at all. Even the one cutscene which tells a bit about the story, you don't understand without actually having seen like the rest of the cutscene. So yeah. Anyway, so we're gonna do some glitches. The first glitch that I want to show off is a dude that we have already seen briefly, but we walked past him, and it's like near the decontamination chamber in the beginning of the game. But instead of walking past him, we're gonna do something now with him, to him. Alright, so first we need to climb this wall here again.
Yeah. He has gotten a wrench now as well, because he needs
Oh yeah,
for it.
I grabbed the wrench beforehand, hello. And now I'm slapping this dude, and this guy is slightly confused. Like, he's not attacked by the mimic anymore. And if you now look, he will just randomly walk somewhere. It can be several directions. He doesn't care about the floor or anything. So he just goes somewhere and then disappears. That's one direction he can take. Let's go.
I hadn't
this
seen that one
again.
till
That
yesterday,
was
and
the
that was,
second one.
Yep, that's an interesting one.
There's so many things. I think Mamrik, yesterday you were like playing the game just for fun a bit again.
Yeah.
You found some stuff and it's just
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games just to play around with, trying to find ways to break it,
right.
and or just exploring out of bounds. They have as we saw in the run, they have those blueprints hanging out in the void, and there are many other places where you can find items out of bounds related to quests.
Let's see. Okay, now he likes to go into the plant. It's like super fun, this dude. And he will just disappear after a while, but yeah.
He's just chilling.
He's just chilling.
Hanging out.
Alright, so next one, we got save number 3. And now we're gonna show you something which is actually used in the all main quests route, not in any percent, because we don't really need to go through doors that are locked there. We just use our blobs to go through the walls. That's faster anyway. But you can do something with doors. And I'm in the lobby here. I have some recycler grenades. And in general, like if you have a recycler grenade and you throw it somewhere, it will just pick up
Yeah, careful.
pick up everything, including ourselves. But yeah, there's this door. Let's just fire some blobs at the door. And then, how about we recycle this door? So, let's see. Hopefully that works.
Kind of good, yeah.
It pulled.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, actually, we
this
got
actually really
That's
good.
perfect.
So what you see here now is the hitbox of the door got moved by the recycler grenade. Why does that work? Because normally if you throw the recycler charge towards the door, it doesn't actually move it. But because we put some blobs on the door, the hitboxes got combined and then they all get pulled out. It's now we can actually walk through this door, it doesn't exist, and we could do the same here. If we have another recycler we don't have, but we can yeah, actually, I mean, it would be the same. It's actually super cool that we got like the state where the door is kind of just pulled out a little bit.
Sometimes it just disappears somewhere and you don't really know, and then sometimes it just moves a tiny bit so you can't get through.
Right. And now I'm on a safe near like a recycler, and in general, like recycling stuff in this game gives you materials. And we're playing on the downpatched version, which allows us to dupe. And duping in this game is actually super simple. Now I have some material here. I'm gonna put it in the recycler. Actually, take multiple. And how does that work? We just split it and put it somewhere else. We do the same with this one. Watch out how much we have. For example, we have 14.44 of this material here. And if we now split it, put it like this, and then recycle it, magically the game gives us more. I don't know the exact amount or ratio, but it's just one of the most simple recycling methods I've ever seen. Now we have 21.66.
Yeah, okay, so I think my theory was correct, that it will keep the original amount and then add all the other stacks, combine it together, because it looked like the amount fit.
Could be, yeah.
Because it was 14.4, now it's 21.
That actually makes sense, yeah.
I believe this is also used in the all main quest, right?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's like you can only do it on the downpatched version, so yeah, that doesn't work on the patched version. It's one of the coolest duping things I've seen though so far. Let's go to save number 9. So we have roughly 10 minutes in general, so let's see how much we can do. So now we basically come back here to Neuromod division, and there's just a small thing, but we have our model of the hand still. But because we sequence broke the game, after going through this door, like back into Neuromod, yeah, something will have happened with a player model.
I don't think I've seen this one.
It's only a subtle thing, like nothing too big, but super cool as well. Now if we watch, we don't have a hand anymore.
I see.
Yeah, I have no idea why this happens like this, but...
It could be because in the start of the game you're supposed to put on your suit.
Oh, right.
And but you never pick it up because it's a long, unnecessary animation, and it doesn't do anything for you. And you will have your suit on afterwards anyways, once you leave, I think.
All right, next one. Actually, we're gonna go to an area where we will do 2 or 3 together. This is a flight you're supposed to take in the beginning. This looks kinda weird, but don't worry. Like we just took the chair and got out of bounds again. We're gonna take this flight. This is gonna take like a minute and a half, so we'll have some time for donations very soon. But first, let's just explore or like watch the magnificent view here.
It's such a weird, like, mixed state.
Like, I don't want to say it, you know, like the word, the sentence with confused in game and so on, but
The game gets confused. Yes.
Yeah, so there's supposed to be a city here.
we have some cool music. But yeah, there's nothing here.
So is this a good time for a donation?
Yes, please.
Absolutely.
So we have a $50 donation of Warrior of Mars, saying gaming for a good cause. Keep up the wonderful work, everyone, and good luck to the runners. So this donation is going to Control Inbound's glitch exhibition.
Nice.
And as a reminder, to see more awesome content like this, well, look out the window, awesome content, obviously. Put your donations to incentives.
All right, so while we're enjoying the last parts of this track, and again the amazing view as you can see here.
Yeah.
This is the landing platform. This is all like just a simulation in case you haven't played the game. Sorry that I just spoiled like the beginning, but
Yeah, so this is supposed to be a helicopter flight from your apartment to the main office.
Yep.
But really, you just go to a big circle.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. We arrived here, and you can now also see like this is all kind of a glass area. If we now shoot something, you see like this is all just breaking glass.
The simulation is breaking.
All right, time for the last few things that I want to show. We're almost done. First, we have to get to our appointment, which we normally are supposed to go to without weapons.
Do you have 10,000 glue ammo?
Maybe. Don't ask me how.
Cheated.
Easy.
All right, so we're almost there. And there's our friend, Alex. So, hey, Alex, what's up? So you can do some interesting things with him if you have the guns now. This is one thing. At some point, this glue is going to break free again. He doesn't start his dialogue now, but what we can also just shoot him. Don't worry, he's just fine.
He'll be fine. Oh.
Oh,
Oh yeah, and we triggered the
dialogue, yeah. Oh, he's actually interesting. I think he wasn't dead there, so now he is. Okay, so now we can drag him. This is just normal procedure. Don't worry.
He's not.
He's fine. He's fine.
So the game does not like him being like away from like this location. So let's see what happens now if we do this. Let's try this again. This is a bit RNG, like it doesn't always do it. Let's try it one more third time. I think you just place some blobs here, maybe. Yeah. Sometimes like he teleports back over there to that location. Also his buddy sometimes just does a helicopter. Let's try it one last time.
So it explodes the glues.
Yeah, alright, whatever.
He's fighting back.
That did not work, unfortunately. But yeah, you can do some fun stuff if you still have the guns here. Last one, and that's gonna be on save number 10. And there's just a cool thing that is actually kind of a meme category. Some would say it's not a meme.
Yes.
It's like called Leave the Station. And there are a couple of different endings as we have talked about. And this is one of the endings that's actually not really an ending, but kind of like a game over. You can leave the station through an escape pod, which I believe is like the only working escape pod in like the whole Arboretum. Or like the whole game. But we have to go up here. And then we're gonna just get to the location, which is over there. We just climb this and walk over here. Normally you're not supposed to be here yet. And you also need a key, which I'm not sure if we have. Let's see. Nope, does not look like it. But we can go below this. And where is the spot? Come on. Sometimes it's a bit tricky. Now, if we place a glue here, we climb this, we shoot here. We can get into the pot, and yeah, this is, you're not supposed to be here yet. Like, as I said, this is a game over thing, but also, we get an incoming call.
Yeah, at one point this was like the any % category for like a day or two.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, you know, it's a game over screen. You don't
Yeah.
actually reach the credits. So
I'm also not gonna like pull through because it takes a while. But yeah, this is like how you can get in here without like the actual key card.
Yeah. And the run is basically the same as any %.
Yeah.
But except when you get up here, you run up to the escape pod instead of going out of bounds to get the blueprints.
And I think that's it, all that we have for you. So yeah, that's Prey. If you want to run the game yourself, learn any %, it's a super easy speedrun to get into, like one of the most beginner-friendly speedruns, I would say. So join our Discord. We have a bunch of tutorials. Shoutouts to a lot of people, Seeker, Living Diamond, Zoot, who came into the scene a while ago and who has the record now. It's a super friendly group of people. So yeah, we will look forward to having you there. And yeah, I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Enjoy ESA.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for that awesome run, heny, proving once again that walls, floors, doors, everything are but a suggestion for a speedrunner. Don't go anywhere, you guys. We'll be right back with more awesome content.